tell you a story about two ecosystems, two different worlds. The first one is the world of finance and stocks and companies, and right now it's been expanded by equity crowdfunding. So we are an equity crowdfunding platform, and I want to tell you about our new project that will connect the world of finance with a new world, a world of cryptocurrencies, a world of ICOs, and all those new details. Okay, so we are currently solving two problems, and this is the problem that we are solving in the space of finance and stocks. We are bringing new capital for companies that are getting into an equity grab. They cannot raise funds from 100,000 to 1 million euros because it's too little. They are too little, too small for banks, and too big for angel investors. And for some reason, they don't want to or cannot find funding with a VC, so they can go to the crowd and find funding with the crowd. And the second one, the second problem with that equity crowdfunding solves is that as an investor, as a small investor, I cannot invest in startups. So this is where we are right now. But this world has one very big problem. There is no secondary market. There is no ability for the investor to sell their stocks. They cannot see their return on investment until the company enters a stock exchange or pays out a dividend. And there is the world of ICOs. And why did the ICOs actually become so popular? Because the market is there. You can actually trade the tokens that you are buying. But there are other problems, mostly legal uncertainty. A lot of ICOs that started a few years ago, right now they are indicted by SEC for selling stocks online. Because they did not register with SEC, they sold to American investors. So what is the solution to that? Well, the solution to that is Beesfund stock exchange. What we want to do is we want to create a legal secondary market that you will be able to trade your stocks from equity crowdfunding campaigns. And to do that, we will create something called in European law a multilateral trading facility. So it is a legal institution that is able to actually sell stocks and create a secondary market. There is legal framework for that. And we will do ICOs, but not with utility tokens, but with stocks. This way, we will restore the connection of the value of the company to the value of the token. So we are right now looking for a possible jurisdiction. We have a solution that is working in Poland, but we are considering other countries as well. And why do we think that we will be actually able to do it? Because, okay. So what is the market? The market is right now there is $67 trillion traded on stock exchanges, and total market cap of cryptocurrencies is $300 billion. So right now we are in a very unique position because we can actually create some kind of bridge between those two worlds. So bring stock market, cash from stocks to the cryptocurrency market. And well, in Europe we have over 500 million of potential investors. The legislation that allows us to do public offerings of stocks without prospectus is global for the European Union, and we are able to do those. And also there is some competition. So the question is, what is the competition? So the competition is right now in UK we have seeders. They have actually a secondary market, but that secondary market does not let you price the stock by yourself. They are actually finding something that they are calling a fair price, and the investor has to agree to their fair price or wait for another exit. Okay, and why do we think that we can actually do this? It's because we have a great team. We have experience in equity crowdfunding.
Right. Okay.
Can you explain the process of converting those equity considerations from equity crowdfunding into tokens? And
Yeah. First of all, what we want to do is there is some legislation in Poland that actually is called Prosta Spółka Akcyjna. There is actually some information about that it will be possible to represent the stocks as on the distributed ledger. So this is one option, and the second option is we want to open a brokerage house, and this way allows us actually to just issue those stocks that are there's a special name for it that I don't know in English, but
Powiedz po polsku.
tak, akcje na okaziciela. So this is something that we will be able to do to just in a legal way bind the akcja na okaziciela to the token.
the tokens do not have the same rights as the shares, do they?
They will be. They will be having the same rights.
So this is a security token?
Yes, exactly.
So is it it's not SEC, but is it will the KNF be accepting this as a security token?
If we register as a brokerage house, then there should be no legal problems with that. Yes.
And how do you make markets, basically? How do you create, what's the price creation mechanism here?
I mean, right now we have over 30 startups on our platform. We are coming from equity crowdfunding, so we already have some startups for the...
I'm not quite sure if this is how are the prices of a particular stock created? Usually it's the question of supply demand. You need
exactly. So this will be regular stock exchange. Like the price will be determined by the buy offers and sell offers.
But that's the problem. You need a very certain amount of a minimum mass to achieve this. How are you going to get this minimum mass to make it work?
I mean, this mass, we already have 6,000 investors on our platform, and all those investors will be willing to trade stocks. And we also count on the fact that right now on the ICO space, there is a lot of investors that are trading, and those tokens are actually liquid, fairly liquid. And
We need to round it up.
the only problem is that they are not buying the company; they are buying some promise on the return by that company.
Okay, thank you. Thanks very much.